Hail and well met. Welcome to episode 9, Faces of the Westgate Irregulars. Brought to you by us, the Dungeon Scrawlers, in the lovely Chaldea Studios, hosted by Gen Con. Our partners in this from the very beginning. This is the Dungeon Scrawlers. I am Eric Scott DeBee, your very tall DM for the game, and we are going to go around and each of us is going to say our introduction and a thing about something, starting there.
I'm Erin M. Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels saga. I'm going to first wish our DM a happy DM's Day.
Oh, yay!
He does a lot of excellent work and holds all this together. But also, I wanted to tell you about our sponsor. Untitled Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure. That includes two of my characters, Frida and Havilar, from the Brimstone Angels novels. The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam and Web, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. For more information, check out idlechampions.com.
I'm Rhiannon Held. I write urban fantasy, and right now 2 of my standalones are now available on Kindle Unlimited if you're curious what it's like.
Check them out.
Thank you.
I've read them.
Oh, hi, I'm Yang Yang Wang. I'm a filmmaker and a writer.
Hi, I'm Emily Tang. I'm a game designer at Wizards of the Coast. Disclaimer, all thoughts and opinions expressed in the stream are my own and do not represent Wizards of the Coast.
I'm Stephen Merlino. You can check out what I do on stephenmerlino.com. And since Rogar's not here today, Sturge is in charge. Sturge is in charge of the recap. Sturge, as you know, is an actor and puppet master.
He means that literally, by the way. Yeah. Oh boy.
So, shout out to the Mount Lake Terrace Drama Department for the loan of the puppet, and nationally award-winning drama department, I might add.
Is there a cigarette in your puppet's mouth?
What? All right.
Kids.
Let's do it.
And Jeannie Bursvik, who specifically dug this out for me. So, Sturge is not involved in this. It's just this. Hey, it's great to be here. I'm Sister Buffett, priestess of a temple of Sharindlar in Watergate. You probably heard of it. So, I know Rogar. I owe him a favor. Said I'd do this for him. You may have heard of me. The Mother Superior put me in charge of the procreation re-education program for the Dwarvish school. Because, as you know, the Dwarves, they got a lot of problems with not enough of them. So, you might be familiar with some of my work. One of my traveling curriculum pieces was Bouncy House. Talk about jiggle and bounce. Listen to this. It was called Sister Buffett's Boffin Palace. Yeah. So, what does that mean? Well, no clothes allowed, kids. That was a real hit with the middle school kids.
Oh my God.
Wait, what?
What?
Somewhere out in the street, the town crier utters a strangled cry.
PG-13.
If you had a problem with that kind of stuff, you shouldn't have had a priestess of Sharinlock come in, because we're all about the procreation, right? Except for that one dude, Rogar. I don't understand that. You know, if you're gonna make a bun in the oven, you gotta contribute some of the ingredients.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Man, there's a recap involved here?
Man.
You also might be familiar with my slogan for the whole program. The only sin is abstinence.
Those letters are in the word abstinence, yes.
Yeah, and you remember those anti-abstinence promise rings. That was me too. Anyway, enough about me. Rogar had this thing he wanted me to do. So yeah, last episode, Artemisia. Oh, the lady Artemisia, she had some real trouble. There was, mostly it was her evil stepmom. That lady, what a bag. Well, she come and says, look, Artemisia, you gotta come home with me because I own you, see? And Artemisia is like, this lady's got strings attached to her like a puppet like. And she puts Artemisia in this tizzy. Artemisia's all like, yeah, I gotta go back with my mom. And then I guess that's what I'm doing. I better pack my bags. And then Tsetseliya's like, no, sister, you gonna come back. You're gonna stay right here. You're gonna tell that lady off. And so then Artemisia's back and forth and back and forth. And then we all figures out that that lady, Marislaya, something like that, she's got like divination powers. That's bad. So first thing in the morning, they all take Artemisia to Mirren. Mirren puts an anti-magic spell on her so she's free, no messing around with no divination spells inside her head. And we all went and they met with Marislaya. That bag, she is one cruel hat. So, guess what happened? Artemisia's like, gonna go home with mom. No, I'm not. Gonna go home with mom. No, I'm not. And then in the end, she told that old bag to jump in the lake. That was something. And then she went home, back to the place. Oh, I forgot too. There was that dog, that Jiggly Bob, and he was, there was that mean dude chasing him around. Shonigan or something, Shushang. And so Mirren disguised him real good. So he looked like a little puppy. And now everything's cool. Oh, I think that's it. I believe
I got stabbed!
Someone got poisoned.
That's right.
And there was a riot.
What?
And there was a riot.
There was a... Oh, and yes. And when they saw the Marislaya, it was... she was out in the street and she was looking pretty worse for the weather because there was a riot and somebody blew up the hotel. Very mysterious.
And then someone got stabbed.
And somebody got stabbed.
And poisoned.
And poisoned.
Tsetseliya.
Celia, yeah. All right, my duty has been discharged. Till next time, people. Keep it real.
Thank you for that, Sturge. Make a performance check, please.
That would be 11.
All right, so we take you now to the mean and now bloodied streets of Westgate, where a riot has erupted around the Blue Banner and led to the incarceration of several folk.
I'm sorry, hold on. My mind is just still blown. Like, give me a moment to recover from that. Okay, thank you.
We see Stong wandering mindlessly through the streets. You thought you just saw a puppet?
That was weird.
But you see Artemisia carrying Tsetseliya
And Jix.
and Jinx
Oh my God, Artemisia.
back into Briarhouse. You see her just as she gets to Briarhouse and crosses the threshold into the place.
Stong knows that Artemisia is a little delicate, so he like rubs his eyes and looks again, like Artemisia.
Yeah, that doesn't
like
reassure
noodle
you.
arms. Artemisia is carrying multiple bodies.
So it would seem.
She's been working out.
She yeah. But okay, so that's his first thought, and then his second thought is like, oh my God, my best friend is hurt, and possibly her dog wolf companion. Oh, so he like is gonna run over, and I think I still actually have some spells. I could try to heal them.
All right, well, you're the last one into the Briarhouse. Everyone else has arrived at some point or other. Sturge and Caliph are there waiting, essentially. You were like, okay, this is a logical place to meet up. And then Tsetseliya and Artemisia arrive, followed shortly by Stong. Jiggs is here, because Artemisia carried Jiggs here. Sarshan is not here. As I recall, you left him in Mirren's tower.
Oh, right. He
On
was
that.
not feeling well.
He's like laying on the earth note or something.
Tsetseliya, you are in great pain.
I
Your
do not
body
feel
feels all tingly and burny all over.
I do not recommend it.
And your maximum hit points have been reduced by 4.
I feel real terrible.
Does that
4
come out of
points
the
terrible.
inspiration points that?
Well, the temporary hit points, which Rogar is not here to grant you, would stack on top of the reduced maximum hit points.
Sister Moffat did not.
Mr. Buffett does not have that particular ability.
She did psychic damage to me at
Yes, Stong, you take no. So yeah, it doesn't actually do damage. It reduces her maximum hit points. I mean, she has taken damage. She just won't heal up to be as strong as before.
Poison.
Is she still bleeding?
Yes.
Oh.
That wound doesn't seem to be closing.
And Artemisia is missing her jacket, and it's like wrapped as a pad around
Yep.
Tsetseliya's side.
She's obviously in pain.
I'm dying. Someone fix it.
So I have cure wounds. I also know
half
some medicine, and also nature.
All right.
So I'm gonna first just cast cure wounds on her,
Okay.
and I would burn my highest slot, which is still a 3rd level.
So it's 3d8. Plus your
Yes.
modifier?
Yep. 3d8. So
You need another one? You got it.
Plus your modifier,
Sure.
which I think is -1.
you know
Do
that is
better,
going to be
little die.
10.
It's okay. The -1 is like I think a minimum of 1.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
heal her for 10.
You heal her for 10. Okay. So Tsetseliya, you heal 10 hit points up
Okay.
to your. If you go over your new maximum, which I,
did
think
not
is
go over.
38.
I
Okay.
got a hit last time.
All right.
Stong goes, what happened?
You feel a little bit better, but you still feel sick.
It's tingling. It
Yep.
doesn't feel good.
Are you still bleeding?
Am I still bleeding?
Or has
Well,
the-
she's bandaged. Do you take off the bandage to inspect the wound?
I don't think that's a good idea, to be honest.
we need Rogar.
We
Where
do.
is he?
Last I saw him, he was trying to calm down the crowd back in the inn.
Well, who's fastest? Who can go and run
Who's
and get him?
fastest, huh?
I can run.
Yes,
Just
go.
want you guys to know the other guys got it way worse.
Where?
This is a true statement.
Are they in pain?
They're dead.
Oh, okay.
Quite dead.
And Artemisia can tell you which alley it was in.
Okay.
Because she was running off, and I was running after her, and then I came upon her, and she was being attacked, and where's Rogar?
Okay. I start running.
Okay.
This
Where
is a-
are you running to?
Unless there's a horse I can use.
Do you steal a horse?
I thought we
Kayla's
had
horse?
horses.
Well, not at Briarheart's.
No. Then I will
Dumplings
run.
elsewhere.
Jog.
Okay. You're very fleet of foot, so where are you heading?
I'm heading to the alley because it may be important to know what kind of poison it was, and maybe
Okay.
there's some poison on those
Great.
guys.
You start heading to
smart.
the alley.
Yeah.
What do the rest of you do? Are you going to do the medicine thing?
I lay on the
yes.
couch and bleed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn my last slot and heal you again. Let's borrow that D8 again. Thank you. Come
You
on,
better D8.
24. Or it could be 11.
That's how many I heal for? Is that what I heal for?
11.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does make me
Well, that is my
I think
last.
that heals her up to her new
my new
max.
hit points.
That was my last 3rd level spell slot, so we can no longer. I can't tongue you anymore, and I can no longer send text messages.
I don't feel like tonguing anything right now.
You don't tongue things; you get tongued. That's what happens. here
Okay.
with
You
this spell.
You feel basically level and normal again, except that you still have pain.
Yeah. But no, not
But
the
you
tinglies.
can you
Is
can
the tinglies
focus.
gone?
The tinglies are mostly gone.
Oh, that's good. Ugh, that wasn't a good time. Thank you.
Yeah, that bandage is sodden with blood.
What about Jigs?
Jacket.
Jigs is lying on the ground, mewling.
I could burn a 2nd level to try to heal Jigs.
but so one of us, my medicine is not trained. It's not particularly good. Is yours trained? Is it better than mine?
I have 2.
Yes, you are better than mine.
Mine is also.
Okay, I could try to medicine the wolf. Or
You're gonna
use
check
nature
out the
maybe.
wolf's wound, okay?
Would
Yeah,
it be nature or
medicine,
medicine?
is fine.
All right.
If you're trained in nature, if you're not trained in nature,
I am
then
trained
you would
in
have disadvantage. But you are trained in nature, so it's just a normal roll.
So nature 17.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You pull off the bandage, and he has a deep cut, which has little greenish veins spreading out around it.
Oh, crap.
Jigs.
Were you two stabbed by the same knife?
Yes. Pretty
But-
sure.
It is fairly shallow compared to Tsetseliya's wound, which, like, there's
Gotta
only
peek now.
there is some blood on Jigs' bandage, but it seems to be less so than Tsetseliya suffered.
I'll burn a second level slot and heal him.
Okay,
So am I the only healer we have left today? Okay. That's a 2.
excellent.
Wait, isn't there a plus also?
There's a negative.
That
There's a
heals.
-1.
That heals him up to his current maximum.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
No, he just got nicked.
Well, he did take 7 points of damage.
'Twas a paper cut.
Okay. All right. So you're all just kind of crowded around Tsetseliya. All right. Sturge, you get to the alley. You find the 2 very dead thieves who attacked Tsetseliya and Jigs.
Search them for, well, definitely find their daggers, put them in sheaths.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Ooh, 24.
Okay. You're searching. It's a mess. This battle, like, one of the bodies blew apart in a couple of pieces, and one's head exploded from magic missiles hitting it. But you do find 2 slightly curved knives, one of which is blackened as though it was hit by lightning, and the other still has a small greenish residue on it.
And, okay, I'll find the sheath for it and put it in and pocket that. I also want to search them for other, like a vial of poison or anything like that. Basically anything, I'll search them for anything interesting, and I'm going to take it.
It actually seems that the small little scabbard is the source of the poison.
Okay.
Like, you put the blade in it, and there's this kind of like water on metal sound, and then if you look at the blade, it is now covered in poison.
Okay. Any other things on them of interest?
Not really. They have a few scattered coins, but it's not very much.
No badges?
Actually, one of them does indeed have one of those black night masks.
Oh, those guys.
And, okay, tattoos?
They have the normal tattoos that you might expect ruffians to have in the streets of Westgate.
Prison tats.
All right, so then I'm going to run for Rogar.
Okay. So you head to the Blue Banner, where you find the riot has stopped forcibly because powerful folk have arrived and are escorting people away.
Do I see Marcelea?
Marcellia.
You do not see Marcelea.
Any of her liveried servants around?
There are a couple of her liveried servants, one of whom is having a shroud draped over his head because he was stabbed to death in front of you.
Oh,
Oh, I thought Rogar came to fix it.
oh, you're returning to the scene of the crime.
I was in disguise.
Yeah, make a stealth check, by the way.
I was in disguise. I'm no longer in disguise. 26.
Okay.
Wow.
That's rolling really well.
You do see Levia there, and she is obviously looking around, but she does not see you. You kind of like duck behind a corner before she looks in your direction.
Lucky. I don't think she's going to be happy to see you.
I'm just going to turn myself into some nondescript fellow.
Okay, you do have a number of cover identities, so that's no problem.
Or like that
Master
sister or
Capstan.
whatever. Sister puppet.
Oh my god.
That's
Okay.
not nondescript.
No, that's very attention grabbing. All
What the
right.
hell happened here? Sorry.
All right. Yeah, you are disguised.
Okay, and
Do you have enough spell slots to fuel all of these disguised selves? Oh, you have the scarf. That's right.
yes.
Never mind. Magic items always break the game. Okay. Yes. All right. You were here. What do you do?
I look for Rogar.
You look for Rogar. You don't see Rogar.
I will ask someone if
There are several Eye of Justice knights around. And it looks like most of the nobles have either gone back into the inn or have left the scene.
I want to see if I can find someone who looks like they've been there the whole time watching the whole thing, so they would have seen Rogar talking, and then, any bystanders that look like they've just been gawking this whole time?
Yeah, you can go find just somebody who's been watching from the nearby alley.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, hey.
I say, have you noticed, was there a dwarf here spouting peace and love and tranquility? I wish to speak with him.
Oh, I had just done arrested him.
What the
Do it.
What the blazes?
Disturbing the peace, I believe. Well, I mean, everyone was fighting. Couldn't really tell. It was great. It was great to watch. Hadn't seen something so interesting in a 10-day.
Which way did they take him?
Toward the Thalavar castle, I'm sure. It's where they usually keep captives, unless they turn them over to the watch, but that's unlikely. I just like to keep them themselves, Killjoys.
Isn't that where we went
It is.
with the body
Yes.
before?
Yes. Aye, it is.
All right. Well, I'm going to...
Hey, you want to buy an apple?
No.
Piss off then.
Oh, wow.
Off I go toward the
And
castle.
a new enemy is made.
Get that NPC's name. We're going to give him a comeuppance later.
It's got to be the poison apple thing
Apple
happens.
Bob.
Well, I assumed he'd be like the cabbage guy from
Yeah, the cabbage salad.
Avatar,
My cabbages!
but crankier. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just go to the castle then.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
You're going to go to the castle. All right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're
Sturge
still
heads
waiting
to the
for-
castle. The rest of you are at
Artemisia
Briar
is
House.
quietly cracking under the stray.
All right. It clearly. How long's it been? It's been a while.
It's been about half an hour or so.
All right.
Sturge has not returned.
No idea what happened to Sturge. We should try and find someone else who can help them out.
Does Mirren have that kind of magic? Do we know?
We do not.
You know who? Oh, I don't even want to tell you guys this. You know who seems like she probably knows a lot about poisons?
Ooh,
Someone.
Illyra.
Illyra.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, Tsetseliya, do you want us to take you to Illyra? How would you feel if you owe her a favor?
Tsetseliya giving real consideration to just dying.
Gonna be so smug about it.
No. I would ask for the favor. So you don't.
She's still gonna be smug about it.
I mean,
But also, Tsetseliya definitely does not want to die of some crappy night mask's poison in an alley.
Jigs makes a mewling sound.
Yeah, or jigs.
For
should
Jigs,
do
I
this.
will agree to this for Jigs.
How long does the strength potion even last?
You're gonna carry
Wait, you can walk. I'm gonna carry jigs.
Didn't
I'm
I
dying. I can't
speculate
walk.
that it lasted? Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
well, in the meantime, I think Stong wants to pull Artemisia aside and, just have a little talk because he sees, how shaken up she is.
1 hour.
Has it been
So-
about an hour?
It's been about half an hour.
Okay.
Well, no, because she took it and then carried them back too. How
Yeah,
long
but that was only just a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Stong says, in the chaos that happened during that brawl, I never got a chance to tell you my thoughts and feelings about this situation with your mom. I just want to let you know, even if your choice is that you are going to leave us, I would be very sad, but I would wholly support you. And I would burn a 3rd level slot to send you every day. And I just wanted to say, as a stepdad, I don't know if I'm the best dad, but at least I know that I love my daughter unconditionally.
She's very lucky.
And if you aren't receiving the same type of love, then you can't really choose who your parents are, but you can choose who you consider as family. So that's all I wanted to say.
Yang, you get inspiration.
Oh, thank you. I might have thought of a song earlier today in the bath about this situation, but I don't know if it feels quite appropriate.
There's no time that's inappropriate for a song.
All right. I'll try. It goes, your mom's really business smart, but she's only got a business heart. So, frankly, that makes her the bad kind of witch. Do. But just between you and me, she'd make an alright employee. You think if I paid her a fee, she would join Stong Music LLC. But if I were the boss of your mom, the first task I'd have her do is she'd hold you in her arms. And she'd tell you how much she loved you. If I were the boss of your mom, the first thing that she would say is, honey, how was your day? Without you, mine was meh, okay. If I were the boss of your mom, the first task I'd have her do is she'd hold you in her arms. And then she'd tell you that she loved you. Then she'd make me a pile of gold. And that'd be okay too. But only after she told you she loved you.
Can't give you inspiration again, man. It's just one.
I did plan that song.
I just
pretty
want to
great.
point out, I'm not dead yet.
Oh,
Before you replace me with that woman, maybe we can figure this poison thing out.
you know, I don't think that song would play very well in the taverns anyways, so we could just scrap that one.
I don't know,
Put it on
man.
the
I
scrap
kind of want to see about arranging a private concert in a certain city in Aglarond for a certain lady to overhear. But first, I would like to not die.
Yeah, let's get to Ilaras.
Okay.
Well, so with your hit points back up, can you walk very well?
I think I can walk.
You can act normally, yes.
Cool.
You think that if you take damage, then you will become poisoned again.
Well, that's not good. I know a lot about poison, though. I'm pleased.
Because if you can walk, like, she's just going to carry Jake's.
Okay, that's fair.
And if it wears off on the way, the potion, then that would be bad. But
Jigs is working it because he's back to max hit points.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
Oh, no, I did say he was, yeah. He's back to his new max hit points.
yeah, because he's poisoned too.
Oh, I see.
He's a poor floofy baby, though.
No. All right,
Okay.
off to Ilaras.
All right, so you don't have access to the carriage anymore because all of you just stormed away from it. So are you going to call a carriage or are you going to just walk?
How far is it to walk? Really? Far or short? I don't need actual distance.
I think that Briar House is kind of on the border of the old city, and the Purple Lady is in the southern part of the old city, so it's not very far. It's maybe a 10, 15-minute walk.
Yeah. I would
Particularly
do that
with
as
your
opposed to
giant
waiting
strength.
for a carriage and then explaining why the dog has to go in the carriage, not like on behind the carriage.
Oh, Artemisia would really need to make sure they understood that she wasn't just a person that lets dogs ride in carriages.
Ugh.
At least this is how I feel in my heart.
All right, so you head to the Purple Lady, and the strength potion, you can feel it starting to wane as you make it through the door.
I can make it.
The Purple Lady during the day is much less busy than usual. Remember, last time they were here, it was a riotous revel of people dancing and silks waving and bards playing and everyone having a great time. But during the day, it's a much more laid back, some regulars drinking, eating, laughing. But when you come through the door carrying this dog, are you doing it just in your arms, over your shoulders?
In her arms. And then as it wears off, like, she's going to drop them.
Oh,
Oh, what?
you can't drop dogs. They don't know how to fall.
I'm gonna dive and try to save it.
Okay.
What do I need to do?
Acrobatics check, please.
That's a 13.
Yes, you dive underneath the dog. The dog lands on you.
I gladly take whatever damage I take for that.
You don't take any damage.
Excellent. Even better.
I'm sorry. I'm
The,
sorry.
the wolf looks at you gratefully.
Oh.
It wore off. I'm sorry.
Okay, so everyone in the place looks up at you, and they're like,
Dog, I just
well,
dropped
intense,
on
yeah.
half work.
And they applaud.
and a very short man, a gnome, hops over off of one of the benches and comes up to you. He says, "Hi, what's wrong?"
We need Illyra.
They're poisoned. We need help.
Illyra didn't do it, but we need Illyra.
Right. This is a gnome you've met before. This is Badger. He is kind of Ilra's money guy.
Oh, he's the guy that made us sign the charter.
He is, in fact.
yeah.
He is your first semi-employer. And he says, "Oh, well, of course, if we need to get you help, I will happily get you help. We'll just have to wake Ilra up." Oh, no. He looks around.
What are you waiting for?
Well, is there anybody else? I can pay whatever I need to.
Oh, no, I'm sure it'll be fine. I got you covered. I have plenty of coin. He nudges Stong. "We need to talk about coin later, by the way."
Okay.
And he
I like
says,
talking about coin.
"As long as I have an excuse, it should be fine." And he runs upstairs.
Next thing we hear,
Yeah, next thing you hear is, "No, they told me to." Ah! A moment later, Ilra, pulling this blue-black nightgown around herself, comes hurrying down the stairs. And she says, "Yes, what?" And then she sees your current state and immediately goes into the zone of, "Oh no, something is wrong."
Tsetseliya's torn between trying to look really pathetic and sad so this gets fixed and trying to look like it doesn't matter, it's fine, she's perfectly fine. She's never been better.
And Artemisia, like,
Kind of doesn't look like this.
Well, which of those things do you attempt to do?
See, no, I think Tsetseliya is like,
Is
her
this
brain is bifurcated and she goes like,
She looks
she rolls that on both.
Okay.
She doesn't feel well enough to really look put together, but also she can't let it go completely.
Ilra has a sufficient insight to understand what's going on. She comes over to Tsetseliya immediately, and she says, "You've been poisoned."
Yes.
She almost touches you and then kind of pulls up short.
Having seen what happens,
Yes.
I appreciate that.
And she says, "Come into the private sitting room. All of you, of course."
All right.
and the dog too. He's also poisoned.
Someone stabbed the dog?
Yeah, they were big jerks.
That's terrible. Bring the dog
Bunch
too.
of hardjacks.
Stong, you can carry them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Let's go.
So Stong pushes off from the ground with the wolf on his body and then, I don't know, crawls forward on all fours
Do you
with the
want me
wolf
to
on his
help you
back.
take the wolf off your back?
I don't know why that made sense to me, but whatever.
I don't
I'm
know.
going
I'm
with
by
it.
Stong going like, I can do this.
Yeah, I'm rolling with it. That's how Stong carries dogs.
So the private sitting room it has black and purple draped couches, which Ilra directs you to lie down on.
Go. Okay.
I mean, she gestures to it, like, "Here you go."
Okay, I'm gonna sit it down, and then I'm gonna lie down because I don't feel good.
And she immediately goes to the opens a compartment in the wall, like a secret little compartment, and starts mixing something.
Well,
She says, "Can you tell me how this happened?"
Some guys in an alley jumped me, but I killed them, and also Artemisia
Well,
killed
that's
them.
you also killed Artemisia. No. Can you be more specific? She brings over a small bowl of something and then hands it to you.
I don't know. They were just guys in an alley. Do I remember anything pertinent?
Make an intelligence check.
Should I too?
You can make an intelligence check with advantage because you're not poisoned.
Okay.
I got a 21.
Wow.
I was paying a lot of attention to these jerks.
I was not. That is an 8. Advantage.
Yeah, Artemisia, you were distracted by your concern for your sister. Tsetseliya, it seems blurry to you, but you focus on one image in particular, which was that you saw one of them was carrying a night mask.
Oh, they were definitely night
Like it was
masks.
wrapped around his neck, like he could put it on, and then somebody blew his head apart.
That's right. He's not wearing that mask anymore. Rocking around like some kind of hipster bandana.
Ilra
Yeah, free
pauses
mask
for
for
a second, and then pours more liquid into the bowl, which she then offers to you.
Am I supposed to pour it on
No,
or drink
definitely drink it.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to waste that much liquor.
it? Okay.
liquor.
I'm gonna
Liquor.
drink it.
What does
Yes.
it taste like?
Are you going to seize the bowl from Tsetseliya?
It tastes like licorice and old wine and wintergreen and something that's real bitter and bad.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Of course.
Did you just get poisoned again?
We're drunk.
Is this a clever ploy to poison this more?
Use poison to fight poison.
What'd you get on your check?
15.
Okay. It feels like a very, very strong alcohol that she has handed to you, but it kind of settles you out a little bit, and you don't feel drunk. And she says, "Does your dog imbibe?"
I'll.
I did not know you had a familiar.
Yes, recently. It's a new thing.
Of course.
Jigs, will you drink this?
He comes over, and she leans down, like kneels down, holds out the bowl, and Jigs kind of like laughs at the liquor, and then immediately goes,
Nah.
and then lies down.
He probably needed that.
Ilora says, "I think so."
Quick question.
She hands the bowl to Badger, and he's like, "What do I? Yeah." And then she shuts the door on him.
I do have a quick question. When I talk to Jigs, am I talking like a dog every time, or am I speaking in common?
When you talk to Jigs, you are speaking like a wolf when you
Okay.
try to talk to him.
Cool. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Well, I don't know if you would know. Like everyone else would know.
I feel like
How does
these
your
guys
speech
would make a
manifest?
point of telling me you're barking like a dog right now, and I think I would have figured it out. But I also don't think Tsetseliya would stop because of that.
Okay.
I would absolutely bark like a dog in front of anybody for whatever reason I felt like doing it.
Ilora says, "This is concentrated lotus venom.
Oh.
That doesn't sound like a good thing to drink.
May I inspect your wound?"
Okay. Pull off the bloody thing.
All right. She leans
I don't
down.
wanna
Averts
look
his
at it,
eyes.
though.
She leans down and looks at it very carefully.
Is it gross? Is it real gross?
Yes,
That's kind of what I thought.
I could burn this out of you, but you probably would find that a very painful experience.
We have a second option.
The second option would, of course, be finding the antidote.
I like finding the antidote because
It's
it
a
doesn't
magical
go burning
poison.
me.
It wouldn't. It's not so easily removed.
Wait, so the lotus venom wasn't the antidote?
Well, it's an enchanted lotus venom.
That's what the poison is?
That's what the poison is.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what I drank.
No,
No,
I
that's
was
just
like, that doesn't sound like something
that
I
was
should've-
just
that's
really,
alcohol.
really strong wine that you drank.
Oh, okay.
Lucky you.
It also has some other concoctions to give you a euphoric feeling.
That's good because what I
She, like-
described doesn't sound like wine, but it does sound like wine full of stuff.
She sort of almost touches you and then doesn't. She
Is
says,
that
"This is really complicated."
is that the first option? Is that you do your thing on it?
Are you still in pain?
I think I am, right?
You're feeling okay at the
It's
moment,
okay.
actually. She says,
Like a
"Well,
2.
then perhaps we should reserve that as a secondary option."
Because I mean, if that's what the first option is, I'm 100% on the second option, as I saw what happened, and I don't think you want that. I don't want that.
Well, if
Unless
I
it has
just
to be done.
yes, I would have to touch you for long enough for it to be very painful. So let's table that.
Antidote time. Yes.
So this seems like something concocted by the Duchess of Venom, in fact.
Dramatic.
Duchess of Venom.
Yeah, that's her title.
That's a cool title.
Yes, she's one of the Night Court. She says all these things like it's totally regular, totally normal thing to
Super
say.
know what all that means. Definitely.
They are the ruling council of the Night Masks.
Oh.
So do we know how to find this Duchess of Venom?
I don't think we want to find her.
You said you didn't take any prisoners?
No. George was gonna go check the bodies.
Then I suppose you'll need to find a Night Mask hideout and hope that one there can lead you to an antidote for the venom.
wasn't there one under Briar House?
Yeah, wasn't
Yeah.
I think so. Is that Is that accurate? Are we remembering right? That we had to wait to get to the night masks?
Yeah,
for
it's
the
like in
spirits
through the
under our
sewers.
house.
Under
You
our
are
house.
remembering that correctly.
Okay.
So you're sitting there talking, considering. The door opens and Shay bursts in with her white nightgown, and she's like, "Illera, what's? Oh my gods, are you all right?"
Oh, white nightgown. Stong closes his other eye. All right. Let me know when you're decent.
She says, "Let me try and heal you. I can try and heal you."
I look at Illera like, can she?
Illera says, "No, love, I don't think that will suffice. This is," and she explains the kind of poison that it is. And Shay goes, oh no. Wait, I have something that might help. I'll be right back." And then she shadow dances out of there.
Stong would like to go up to Caliph, and he goes, "Hey, do you think Aiden could interrogate one of the thieves' ghosts?"
I don't think he deals with ghosts so much as just their bodies. I don't think there's a lot of body left for him to deal with.
Yeah, it'd be hard to talk without a head. Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, one of them was blown in half and the other one's head exploded. So the one that was blown in half still technically has a head.
Oh, he was blown in half like this way, not like this way?
Like diagonally.
Oh, okay. So there's still an intact
Very
mouth.
important distinction.
Yeah.
I
no,
guess
it's
if you're a
like-
necromancer, it matters.
I mean, it's like if he was blown in half this way, then his like mouth is split.
Ew.
Yeah, he was blown in half vertically. So you gotta like put the two halves back. Okay. It's like a Mortal Kombat fatality. All right. So Illera says, well, there are several options ahead of you.
They are.
Well, the first one is that you should wait for Shay to get back with whatever. And then she appears out of the shadows again, holding a necklace.
What is that?
She says, this is a healing necklace that is sacred to the circle of Illustrae that I follow. You should wear this. She puts it around your neck if you don't stop her.
I don't think I'm going to stop her. I think Shay also might just move in
Yes,
enough
she's
intent
very fast and very
that if I were to
assertive.
stop her, it would have to come off in a quack kind of way.
Right.
So no, I'll
Okay.
let her put the necklace on me. Hopefully, it's not a weird trick.
This is a clever double ploy to poison you further.
You get a third poison? Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I think I trust Shay not to poison me.
Okay. So it is
Prank me. I don't know.
It is a. She says that it should activate automatically if its power is needed.
Oh, okay. What's it going to do when it activates?
Protect you, of course.
In what fashion?
It will heal you.
Okay.
But it won't cure the poison.
It won't
like-
cure the poison, but it might stave off the effects.
Okay.
It's a very
that's
bad
good.
poisoning. Oh,
Do you have another
someone
one?
stabbed the dog? Illera says, I know.
Do you have like a dog collar?
Color of Illustrae.
Well, he's already got
I have
the,
a dog
the-
collar, Shay says.
PG-13.
Illera says, not now, love.
He's already got the collar that makes him.
He can have two collars.
Yeah. Okay.
Technically, he
video
can
game.
only
He
wear
can
one
stack-
collar at a time.
It's not a video game. He can stack.
Okay. Okay.
I will put the necklace on
Shay
if he
points
needs
at
it.
Stong and says, why is he doing that? And Illera says, and just kind of points at Shay generally, and she goes, oh, I get it.
Okay, so I don't want to die. We need to go to a night mask hideout, something, and get them to take us to the Duchess of Venom. She's going to give us an antidote, though?
In all likelihood, what you want to do is find someone who serves her rather than her directly.
I like that plan better.
So
And then what? Do we threaten them to make her give us the antidote?
Illera says, yes, of course.
Oh.
Or
I
you
mean-
barter for it, or you coerce them in some way.
Do you have any idea at what point we need to swap back to plan A because I'm going to die? Like, if this takes too long, do we have a timeline?
Yes, there are several things that you should watch for.
Okay.
Bleeding out of your fingernails.
Oh my god.
Shay kind of pales a little bit.
No.
Bleeding out of your eyes, and well, that's fairly advanced. Interim step would be, yeah, you have blood coming out of your nose.
Oh no!
Gross. So
Okay.
So Staan's gonna call out, Artemisia, where are you?
Right here. What?
Okay, so he like turns in your general direction and he goes, it strikes me that your mother is very, very powerful in the divination arts. She might be able to tell us exactly where this antidote is. But do you think she would help Tsetseliya?
If I promise her what she wants.
Alternately, we could go down in the sewers.
I mean,
What a choice. Talk to Marcelea or go and
Or you
wade
could,
through the sewers.
Shay points out, or you could ask your handsome necromancer friend. Is that not a thing we're doing? Ilra says, read the room. And Shay goes, I'm sorry.
what is Aiden gonna be able to do? I assume we're talking about Aiden, and you're not stacking up some other necromancers that.
This is some other necromancer guy. No, it's Aiden.
It's your new necromancer boyfriend.
New necromancer.
That's not your boyfriend.
No, it's Aiden. Well, it was the plan was to get him to get one of the corpses.
Oh, can he talk to corpses? Oh yeah.
Oh no,
that's
yeah,
right,
he can
could.
revive them ish. Not really revive, but like make them talk again.
That does seem, if we know where Aiden is, to be fastest. We could also threaten Marcelea until she just does it, and then we don't have to make any promises.
We could see if there's another price that we could pay for the info.
Like, we don't cut off all her fingers.
So the bleeding out of the nose is the first sign that it's getting worse.
Fingernails.
Well,
Yes,
unless she's bleeding
Ilra
out of her
says.
The nose is first, right?
Nose and then
then
fingernails and
fingernails.
eyes.
Well, the nose, and then you will start feeling nauseous and confused.
Oh no.
And then you will start bleeding out of the fingernails. If I recall correctly, it's been a long time since I've had that particular poison in my system.
Well,
dear.
you should go home.
So when she says that,
No, when you find that antidote, I would like it in my mouth. In my mouth? Do I drink it?
typically yes.
Okay. Just checking. I would hate to find this, drink it, and find out I needed it like in the wound, because that would suck.
So when Ilra says that thing about how, oh yeah, I went through this poison, it's not a big deal. Shay kind of lightly touches her on the arm, and you see that like the burning thing doesn't happen. Shay doesn't get burned by touching Ilra, although Ilra kind of pulls away from her subtly.
Curious.
But it seems like that was kind of instinctual rather than like they weren't planning on doing that.
Right. Interesting. File it away. But
Okay.
All right.
So, what's the plan?
Caliph is gonna go find a runner who can take a message to the college, asking if Aiden can please come down to the Blue Banner.
Okay. Yep. You find a runner on the street, and they take the message. Go running off.
should we stack plans? Should we also
Yeah.
make an overture to Marcelea?
Yeah, the blue banner, like if we can go find Marcelea wherever she was
She's-
taken from there,
Yeah.
and see what her price is.
Well, could everybody dress decently so I can open my eyes
I
again?
think we walked out. You can uncover your eyes now.
Oh, nobody told me. Oh, thanks.
Is Jinx bleeding from the nose?
Uh-oh.
A little bit.
Oh no!
Oh, God.
Is Sturge still at the palace?
Yes.
I
So,
can't send anymore. I don't have any more messages to... No more spell slots.
He was hoping he could overtake Rogar.
yes, you did not succeed at that. So you return to the group to basically report on what you found, which is that there are a number of horses and wagons at Castle Thalavar, and it seems to be locked down tight.
Okay.
You could break into it, but you decided that discretion was the better part of valor, and rather than just go in alone, you thought you'd at least talk to the others first.
He does want to just hook by Briar Place just to make
Okay,
sure.
there's no one there.
Okay. There's
Well,
no-
I mean, Varys is there, and he says that they went to the Purple Lady.
Right, okay. But he was wondering if maybe Marcelea had come back. I just wanted to make sure her carriage wasn't there.
Nope.
Okay.
Briarhouse is deserted except for the servants.
Okay.
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 So you regroup with the others on their way to. Are you going to the Blue Banner? Is that what you said? Okay. You're
Yes.
Are
headed.
you going to the Blue
Well,
Banner?
because we're going to go see what Marcelea's price is, and
For-
the Blue Banner is
I
burning,
need
but
an
like
antidote.
Are you kidding me? You're going, don't
No,
go
it's
to
super
her.
duper bad poison, and look at my face.
Okay, but she's not a
Somebody give me a
priestess.
Kleenex, or I mean a handkerchief.
She's a diviner.
Stong gives you a sheet of his music.
That works.
Let me ask you this question.
best handkerchief ever.
What did you do with the wolf? Did you leave the wolf at the Purple Lady? Are you taking Jinx
no.
with you?
Well, if she's got to go right to the antidote, then that makes sense. Like everybody should go right to the antidote. So Jake should come too. Artemisia can't carry him anymore.
Okay. No, he's
I can
following
carry
along a little bit forlornly.
And I'm sorry, why would you go to Marcelea?
Because somebody needs to tell us where this antidote is,
And she
and
can
she can do it.
use her magic. She's very powerful.
But see, my vote is we threaten her because she's not going to do anything nice. For
And
us.
also, Aiden might meet us there, so maybe he can talk to one
we
of
have
the.
options.
Let's
The
do
guys
Aiden
that-
first and not even engage with Marcelea.
I will point out that when you were discussing this plan, both Illyra and Shay seemed to support the idea of using divination to find the antidote first. Like they were really concerned that you wouldn't find it in enough time.
You really don't like talking to her, do you?
She'll just get her hooks right back into Artemisia.
Listen to me. If I die, I am going to haunt your butt for the rest of eternity. Find this antidote.
There are other diviners in this city.
Yeah, which ones do you know who will do this?
Just his butt?
I said haunt his butt.
Yeah, just his butt.
Just his butt.
No one else.
They will feel all of it.
Mirren,
It's
for
the most
all we
terrifying
know,
kind of
has
ghost.
high-level divination.
I think Illyra would have suggested her if she could be of any use. It's all right.
right.
This is my decision.
All right.
I'm going to be the one offering something. So, and it's worth it.
Good Lord.
Okay. In the street, you randomly come across Nala, who is carrying Mirabelle, just like on a walk through the streets. And she says, "Oh, hello. Oh no, you look terrible."
Thank you.
So Nala is my roommate slash, she has kids and we exchange nannying services. So I quickly tell Nala everything that's happening. I spared no details, every single detail, especially about the way that you killed the thieves and blew up their bodies. I draw,
Nala's
like,
just
blood
nodding like, yeah,
traces and,
yeah, sure enough, yeah.
And so then afterwards,
And Mirabelle's like, "Oh, doggy."
I take Mirabelle and I say, well, thank you for looking after her. Do you have more time to look after her?
Well, I was technically supposed to be at the arena to fight today, and that's why I was looking for you so that I could give you the kid back. You don't mind, do you? Thanks.
Oh,
She heads out.
of course not. Yeah, okay. Well, I like to think that when I take Mirabelle back, she puts her tiny warm arms around my neck, and we like hug for a really long time.
Absolutely.
Before she tries to strangle you?
It's like, but it's like being strangled by like a little warm loaf of bread that's like just come out of the oven. So
That is true. Mirabelle does have this internal heat. Like she runs hotter than most
I
children
feel like
do.
that's all children, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my children.
yeah,
So, I mean, Stong doesn't have a lot of frame of reference. So, anyway.
yeah. Put her in the harness. Let's go. No time to spare.
Tsetseliya is going to set up to Sturge and be like, you know, if Artemisia says she'll go back, you could just make yourself look like Artemisia and get on the boat, and then when she's in the middle of the water, change back, disappear. We have backup plans.
I like that plan.
Yes.
I do not say this where Artemisia can hear it, because while I'm trying to assuage Sturge's concerns, I'm going to attempt to respect Artemisia's choices, even though I'm going to try to talk her out of them too.
So walking that very, very fine line. Okay. So,
I want everybody to stay.
you show up at the Blue Banner. It's very quiet. There are not a lot of people still there. It seems that the common room has been taken over by soldiers with the arms of House Bleth, which is a knife surrounded by flame. And they all look up at you as you come in.
That's right. Everybody looks up when we walk in a room.
Well, you are very striking.
Well, also like blood's just pouring off your nose and onto your chin. Everyone's like, whoa.
I have a thing catching some of it.
We are in search of a noble woman who was staying in this inn earlier. We know that she is no longer Lady Terroron.
So a woman stands up, the red-haired woman that you saw briefly during the riot last time. And she says, I am Lady Regante Bleth. If you have business in this place, you should have it with me. And all the other soldiers kind of like back away, like they're going to let her handle it. She looks at them, and then she looks at you. She says, come.
You know where Lady Terroron is?
Come with me.
Okay.
We follow.
All right.
Skeptically.
Yeah.
She leads you into one of those back conference rooms and closes the door behind her. She is built like a warrior. She's not wearing armor. You saw her wearing armor before. But she does still have her big axe.
I
And
admire
she just kind of
the size of her axe.
carries around. And she says, so, you're not with the thieves that attacked the Blue Banner, I assume.
No.
Usually thieves don't appear in the middle of the day. She looks at Sturge for no reason.
Dig.
Tell me what you want with this noblewoman who is under my protection.
Her stepmother.
She's my stepmother. If you tell her my name, she will certainly be
Truly?
willing to see me.
Your wicked stepmother?
No.
Tsetseliya is
Lady-
biting her tongue so hard.
Lady Terroron has certain proclivities. Anyway, I shall indeed dispatch one of my servants to summon her. Will you take wine while you wait?
It is a matter of utmost importance and time sensitivity, I'm afraid.
Take the thing out and then let the blood run down my face.
Like, we're on a little bit of a time crunch.
That's an interesting look. Wow, adventurers, is it?
Real
understand.
quick, how does Mirabelle react to seeing that flow of blood?
Ooh.
Oh. I take her. I say, oh, look at your poor auntie. This is.
Auntie Cece, gush gush.
Is it actually gushing at that point?
Well, when you took the pad away, and kind of there was a little gush. Okay. Yes, you hear
I also
footsteps
don't think I ever
and
changed out of the fancy dress.
and a voice, which is unmistakably Marseillaise' voice, saying,
Covering my face.
"Unhand me, get out of my way!" Ah! And the door opens, and then she steps inside, and she looks a little frazzled, like you saw her before, and she looks like startled for a second, and then she sees Artemisia, and it immediately that goes away, and it's just replaced with the placidity that she normally acts with. And she says, "Ah, you've returned." She looks around for a suitable place. Does not find a suitable chair because Regante is sitting in the only chair that's available. And so she merely stands there, as noble as possible. And she says, "And what brings you back? Have you made your decision then? Are you to come with me willingly?"
We wish to negotiate for use of some of your skills.
Negotiate, is it?
Yes.
And Regante says, "This sounds interesting. I shall mediate."
Yes, actually, that might be of help.
Where are my manners? Marseillaise says. "This is Lady Regante Bleth, matriarch of House Bleth and member of the Merchant Council of Westgate. Please do take care what you say in her presence." She looks at Tsetseliya specifically.
You're asking a lot of me to bite my tongue right now.
Tsetseliya is like, "I'm bleeding from the nose, and I'm going to bleed from the mouth."
Caleb wants to leave and just go wait in the alley for Aiden.
You're going to go stand in the alley by yourself, are you?
I'm just
Fantastic.
going to point out that did not end well for me.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, Sturge is going with me.
All right.
I do that thing where you back away from the queen. You just back out of the room.
Okay. All right. You two take off into the alley. All right. So you three are there. And Marcelia says, well, in that case, she goes over to a sidebar and pours herself a generous helping of some amber-colored liquid, drinks a little bit of it, and says, I shall allow you to start then.
Okay. Well, Artemisia is going to take a moment and sort of like take stock, and her jacket is gone. Like it was taken off of the house and it was covered with blood anyway. So she's like far underdressed for the weather.
Oh yeah, you're a little chilly.
And then she was carrying like bleeding people. So
yeah,
she's
you
got
are covered in blood.
blood on her too. And so there's going to be this moment where her face is like, okay, I'm going to take a moment and like touch my hair, and then she's going to be like, oh God, I can't do anything about any of this. Onwards.
Tsetseliya, you notice there's a little bit of skull in Artemisia's hair.
Just gonna casually pick it out.
Yeah.
Could have point out that like finding this is sort of like helping them find the night masks who probably attacked this inn. It is really like a public safety thing.
It's
Maybe
true.
leave it that because she's not going to do this for me.
All right, so you three start conferring. You two out in the alley. You have escaped that. It's a very cold day, but it felt very, very stuffy in that room. Like as soon as Marcelia went in, all of the breathable air just totally gone.
Gonna just step out and get some air and not come back.
All right, so you're standing out there waiting for Aiden?
Yep.
Okay.
I guess we can try and reassemble the body a little while we're at it. Just like put all the
Did
pieces.
Sturge bring the
into-
body?
No, but I can take her to the alley.
Okay,
yeah,
so
no,
you're heading
I thought
to
we were-
that.
we were
to
at
that.
the alley,
It's
yeah.
not very far from the Blue Banner. So you're going to Murder Alley. Okay.
The new official name.
Yeah, I'm going to put that in my notes. It's now Murder Alley.
I have a suspicion Westgate has several murder alleys.
Murder Alley the second.
Yeah, but technically
Tsetseliya.
you're the
Murder
murderers here.
Tsetseliya.
I mean, we're the most recent murderers.
how does Tsetseliya feel about having a street named after her?
Pretty good. I feel like maybe, I don't know. That's pretty good.
Like
We
a
don't have to
street
worry
that she
about-
got stabbed nearly to death in.
But I got those guys back.
That's true. Okay.
They
So,
called it Two Dumb Cowards.
when you return to the alley, you find a flock of urchins, like picking over the bodies.
Oh.
Find anything good?
Ah, and they scatter. Well, hold on. Make a charisma check.
That's a 1.
Nope, they scatter. One of them pees themselves, and then they scatter. All right. So the bodies are basically stripped bare of their equipment and clothing and boots. The boots were the first thing to go.
Of course.
But they are still there. 1.5 bodies are still there.
Is this where he's coming to meet you?
That's where I put in my note. Just look for the 2 semi-solid bodies.
So I'm picturing Sturge like drawing the feather cape a little closer, like, oh.
How likely is it that Aiden gets this note and misinterprets it? That Kayla's like, hey, there's some bodies in an alley for you. And he's like, oh, we're making up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got me a present.
It's like a little necromancer love note.
Well, I did roll for it. Okay. So you have not long to wait before suddenly the alley seems colder as a black-clad figure steps down from a carriage outside the alley and comes hurrying in. Colder, like shivering.
Did it always get colder when Aiden came near?
Not that you noticed.
This is Aiden?
It is Aiden, in fact, yes. He approaches you wearing this cloak, this black cloak, but you can see his face clearly illumined in the cowl. And he says, "Oh, Caliph, oh, Sturge, is it?"
It is.
As this is unexpected.
Why?
Why?
No reason. He just closes the flap of his backpack.
Neither of these is a suitable zombie. One has no legs, one has no head.
Oh, I didn't assume that's why Calith had summoned me here. Anyway, what was it that you were looking for my help with? Calith?
I mean, it was exactly as the note said, and nothing more.
Oh, perfect. He
got colder. It got even colder in that alley.
he reaches up with his left hand and like smooths some hair out of his face.
Insight
Usually
check.
he does that with his right hand.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead and make a check.
Oh, 10.
Okay. Yeah. You think he's right-handed, but he did that with his left hand.
I'm going to whip out my rapier, lunge at him.
Whoa!
Okay.
Just like toss a pebble.
No, I'm sorry. This fucking
Whoa,
doppelganger.
PG-13.
Make an attack roll.
Caliph is
A
gonna
one F-bomb per session.
Caliph
That was
is
it.
gonna
I used
try
it.
and hold him back.
Okay. Roll initiative, you two.
This is definitely
14.
not what Aiden thought he was getting.
Ah, okay. Sturge moves before Caleb can react.
You're right.
So you gonna attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't kill him.
Roll an attack roll.
He's plotting.
You see,
Once again, if
it's
I
just that I
die,
have this lotus dagger, but I won't use it yet.
All right.
Oh, what?
I like how you're calling it the Lotus Dagger.
It's a cool name.
That's
That is
a
cool.
27.
Ooh, all right. You definitely hit. What did you roll? Like a 19?
19
Jeez.
and then a plus 8.
All right. What are you aiming to hit? Are you aiming to hit him in the chest, in the arm, in the head?
Because you already
groin?
destroyed his heart with your cold words earlier. So,
I'm going for heart.
oh,
wow.
Okay.
double blammo.
Not messing around.
No, this isn't him. Aiden doesn't cause a cold spell, and this freaking doppelganger is getting in my business.
Okay, roll damage.
Doppelgangers don't
Everyone
cause
I
cold
run into.
either.
I almost killed the guy who offered me an apple.
Roll damage.
This doppelganger got in your
Note to
head.
self, don't talk to Sturge.
I know.
10.
10 damage. Okay. He does raise up his hand, and your sword goes through his hand and into his body.
Stigmata!
And then you're like, ha! And this perfect lunge. And he, without having flinched or reacted, goes, well, this is a perfectly good hand. Why would you do that, Sturge?
Because you're not Aiden. Drop the mask.
I don't have a mask. And he kind of like wiggles a little bit.
Is he still wearing a big heavy cloak or
I'm
something?
gonna
Yeah.
retreat out of range.
All right, so you pull your dagger out of his hand.
Is there blood?
Nope.
You son of a bitch.
PG-13. PG-13.
He goes, and he shakes the arm, which
I like
just
the
kind of
sound of
flops
bargain.
bonelessly.
Pretend there's blood coming out of your hand.
He
Explain.
says, I ran out of the manor before I could.
Explain.
Kayla's gonna go over and just like rip his cloak off.
Okay, well, the first thing you notice is that he doesn't have a right arm. Like it just ends right there. And his left arm appears to be a zombie arm, like an undead arm.
Oh, Aiden.
He's like, I didn't have time to attach the other one. I came as soon as I got the note.
Explain.
What happened to you?
Well, you were there. I was blasted quite hard by lightning. It's not a big deal. I have plenty of spare limbs.
No.
Sheath.
I don't know that I did this.
I don't think any
Does one
us
of
did
you
this.
have a sewing kit?
We'll have to get you to talk to Artemisia.
Hold on. Can this? He tries to awkwardly reach into his bag with his shredded hand.
Okay. What do you need? No more attacking. What do you need?
Oh, okay. Right pocket.
All right.
That's where I keep the right arms.
All right. Which one?
Whose
Just the
arms
first
are
one you can
these?
reach.
All
Where does he
right.
get these arms?
All right. So there's this gray, like obviously very dead arm.
You know there's some new ones right here.
He says, just. All right, you. And he grabs it in his other arm, kind of rotates it, and then, perfect.
What about your original arm? What happened to your original arm?
Oh, disintegrated.
Oh. Who did that lightning spell?
Not me.
It was one of your friends. I don't know. It's not a big deal. Like I said.
Don't listen to him.
Aiden,
Also, you're too good for him, so it doesn't really matter.
is he breathing?
Yes.
Is he faking breathing?
Really?
So Sturge is like following him around, like
I
he
think
doesn't
really
appear
Stab
to
him
be.
again.
what we've done is given you an excellent reason to break up with him. Because creepy, clammy zombie hands.
Caitlin's actually going to feel really bad about this because, like, I was mad at you before for hiding the fact that you're Famos, but it looks like Tsetseliya blew your arms off, and I guess they kind of even out now.
Are you saying that to him?
No, it's just like in her
You're
head.
just thinking that.
Yeah, it's like,
I was mad at you, but then my friend blew off your arm, so I forgive you.
so I guess we're even now. Maybe. Anyways, how are you feeling?
Oh, fine. I had a good breakfast. He looks at the body. He's like, "You need to speak with that body. Is that what this is?"
Yep.
Okay.
They're just going to retreat in.
From the left lower pocket of his backpack, he pulls out a stick of incense, which he looks for a holder. No, he just sticks it in the body, lights it on fire.
Gross.
With a click of his fingers.
Aiden, does your body still respond to healing potions?
Some of it does.
Does your hand?
No, it's long dead.
Okay, never mind. I apologize. I thought you were someone else.
Yeah, well, I am technically a couple of people. And he starts casting the spell.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Torn. I'm glad we're not
love
there.
this guy.
because
If you
I
wanna
think
get
that
philosophical about it.
Tsetseliya would probably say some things, but also I'm really glad we're not there.
Oh
This
my
guy.
god.
Rogar has an aneurysm. All right. So, he casts that spell. No further questions asked. And the corpse tries to sit up but can't because its spine is damaged. Well, most of it's gone. And so he goes,
Can you talk?
I can speak, And Aiden says, "Oh, that's much better than I expected." So, 5 questions, I think. Should do it.
Where's the nearest night mask hangout that you know of?
It says, beneath the streets, beneath our feet, we dwell in the darkness of the sewer.
That is
I
so not
see a
helpful.
poetic corpse.
Aiden
it
says,
poetic.
"Oh, it's already gone to the poesy. This is a bad sign."
Where is the nearest? What street is the nearest location on?
Beneath the spur that spurs yon horses. And Aiden says, he's probably talking about one of the Sem spurs. There are 2 spurs. You want to maybe... Oh, hold on. He says, the southernmost spur that spurs the horse. He's like, yeah, the southern Sem spur. Mm-hmm.
Ask about the antidote.
Aiden's starting to sweat.
Where can we find the antidote for the lotus venom?
The Duchess's kiss destroys many. Only he who delivers that kiss can cure its venom.
What?
Aiden says that doesn't make sense.
That makes total sense, unfortunately.
Oh, good. He looks a little out of sorts.
the kiss of death killer.
Oh. I just assumed it was like, the stabbing was the kissing.
Where can we
There's a
find
lot of
this
kissing.
person with the kiss of death?
Says, in the house of whirling steel, beneath the streets in the darkness of... Aiden says, now he's just repeating himself. This is terrible poesy. He means the House of Steel, which is a subterranean temple.
It's a cool name for a temple. Like very ominous and, dangerous temple.
Aiden says, I thought
Cool.
it was just a legend, though. Urban legend,
What's the Google Maps instructions for how to get to it?
You're out of question.
That's the 5th one.
No one
Oh, okay.
Hey, Siri.
Stooge comes up to him and says, what might we trade? with him for the antidote.
What can we trade with him for the antidote?
Yeah, it said, "Hey Siri," and now my phone activated. All right.
It's always listening. Always.
The corpse says, "Blood for blood and life for life. To save one life, you must give up another."
Of course. Maybe it will be someone we hate.
And then he collapses back to the ground,
Don't
and
kill people,
the
just leave
corpse
them.
starts moldering and melting away. And Aiden says, That didn't seem very promising."
Help Aiden.
That got us more than we had before. Now we need to find someone we don't like.
Oh,
Oh no.
so should I come along? Is what you're saying?
No, I don't dislike. We're good.
Oh, I didn't necessarily. I didn't necessarily mean me.
Oh, well, I mean, sure if you want to. Just gonna like awkwardly pat his back.
Okay.
You can avoid
Not
the arm.
No, avoiding the arm, yeah.
He says, well, you could trade for this antidote. Is that what you're looking for? Or you could capture the individual and I could extract it from him.
You could do that?
He smiles. I think I could.
How?
I may have done a few experiments recently.
Huh?
You saw the arms, right? Flops the arms around.
I like this.
That's kind of a change.
I like you.
Interesting way of showing that.
Well, you passed the test.
Yeah, very well. So,
You got stabbed by me, and then you flopped your arms at me.
can I give you?
like
Can I give you a ride? He gestures to his black carriage.
Our friends are actually right over there at the
Oh,
Blue
perfect.
Banner.
Did you need any further help with the?
No,
Oh, of course.
not yet. No.
Of course.
We're good. We're good for now.
Good.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
Good to see you, Sturge. Caliph. He smiles kind of wanly, and then he heads back to his carriage.
Are we going with him?
No, we're just going back to Tsetseliya and them.
Are we meeting him later? I don't understand. I thought he was coming with us.
I think it's once we find.
His carriage leaves.
Never mind.
Bye. once we find the Kiss of Death killer, then we take him to Aiden, and Aiden can do whatever it is he does.
We have to capture the Kiss of Death killer? This...
Apparently, but let's go meet back up with Tsetseliya and them, and see what they want to do.
That will be no trouble.
Which is
Okay.
easier?
Kayla-
Capturing the
Kayla
Kiss of Death
starts-
Taylor
Kayla
or
start-
convincing Marcelea to care?
Kayla starts walking out of the alley. Sturge, you notice before you leave the alley a couple of golden feathers on the ground of the alley.
I look at my cape.
Wings molt.
Yeah.
I pick one up,
Okay.
examine it.
It feels when you pick it up, you expected it to be very very pretty and vibrant, but it feels really brittle and kind of wilts in your hand.
Did this come from her?
Anyway, back to the Blue Banner. So, you've been delivering
kinds of interesting
your speech to Marcelea. Would you like to articulate what that speech is, or would you like to tell me what you got on your persuasion check result?
I'll do the persuasion check. Because,
Excellent.
I mean, basically what she's going to say is, starting with what Tsetseliya suggested about, like, the night masks, they're a menace.
Okay.
We need
We've
to
seen
find
the
them.
banter back and forth with Marcelea for a while, so we kind of get a sense of how this would go.
Wait. I can give her my inspiration, right?
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
That must have been the weirdest toss, 'cause they threw it up and it showed up down there somewhere.
That is what it looks like in real life when you roll a 1 to throw something.
Okay.
All right. All right.
A little better. What's your persuasion?
Pretty good. 18.
Oh, that's not bad.
All right, so you got an 18. All right, so you were asking Mercelia to help you find this antidote.
Yes.
Okay, with her divination abilities.
Yes.
Did you make any other demands or requests of her?
I
I
mean,
don't think so.
No,
we
not
pointed out that if we find the antidote, we find the night masks, and they may have stolen her stuff. And also, they're a public menace.
Yeah.
and she's gonna sort of say to Marcelia while playing to the rest of the audience about like the night masks to hope that sort of the mediator is like, yes, we want to deal with this public menace.
Brigante is like, well, they are a public menace, and they have taken over my city.
Is that necklace still on Marcelia?
Marcelia does still have her magical necklace, yeah.
So she didn't lose that.
Are you gonna try and steal it off of her?
No, I was thinking maybe the nightmares
Oh,
took it.
you know, that's a really good point. Would she have been sleeping with the necklace on? She's not, like, stirred, so no. So I'm going to make a roll.
By a fate, die a
She
fate.
does not have her necklace.
Ooh, that's some leverage.
You have, Artemisia, you have always seen her with that necklace. Like, that is her favorite piece of jewelry.
Well, Artemisia would definitely be like, and any stolen property, we could at the same time get it back.
Discreetly.
So your
The blood face.
so your 18 is sufficient for her to agree with conditions. So, and also Brigante being there kind of pushes her into, yes, I will do this to aid your city. And she says, very well, with these conditions. 1, I shall stay in the city for a time, and at the end of that time we shall reopen the conversation of whether you will be coming with me. And 2, you shall return my property that you find. I care little for what you do with the rest of it. Brigante says, yes, other stolen property should be returned if you find it. And then Marcelia says, and in return, I shall endeavor to locate this antidote for you. She looks at you, kind of like scrutinizes you, and then she's like, ah.
Which you?
Artemisia.
Okay. just checking.
Spells working.
Spell's working.
Oh, got it.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And she says, what is wrong with you? And then she looks at Tsetseliya.
Well, Artemisia is
This is
gonna
my
like
face when I'm thinking.
try to like brush off the blood a little, like it kind of dried now, maybe.
We could prestidigitate it off, maybe.
But then it would just go onto her.
You know what? Wear it. Badge of honor. You're a badass.
Brigante says, well, she's poisoned, obviously. And Marcelia says,
Oh, me.
is she? I had not thought. How did you endeavor to be poisoned, wild thing?
I was set upon by bandits. Go ahead, ask me where they are now.
Brigante
Wait,
chuckles.
let me think about it. Let me think about what I left behind.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
All right.
Oh, nice.
13.
Okay, Marcelia pales a little bit, and then she looks away. She's like, I shall start casting the spell now. I assume it is for your sister, she says to Artemisia.
Also, the dog.
Oh, yes.
Do you want a dog to die?
Filthy creatures. Anyway,
Marcy hates dogs. Oh no.
unforgivable. All right, yes. Marcelia goes out to cast the spell. All right. And I think that's a good time for us to take our break. So, come back after the break to find out where they're going to find the antidote. Hint, it involves a lot of night masks. Second,
Surprise.
we'll learn more about the mystery of the golden feathers. And third, hopefully we'll get this poison taken care of. And again,
once
we're
again,
going to
hunt
do
all of
our interview +1. So one of the mods, I'm hoping, will be running a quiz, a poll to see who you want to speak with. I believe I had Steven last time, although there are only 5 of you. So Yeah, just do the poll with the 4 of them other than Steven so that Steven has the break.
Maybe Steven could come on as his puppet persona.
No, don't
No.
go for that, please.
Oh my gosh. All right, mods, we put ourselves in your mercy. I wanted to point out one of our watchers. One of our regular fans was unable to watch the stream tonight because his cat had to go to the vet for an emergency procedure. The cat's name is Cyril, which is such a great name for a cat. And that's Ryan and his girlfriend Megan. So our thoughts are with you. I hope that the cat is okay. Jigs the wolf is also pulling for her. I know cats being sick is a tough thing. So good luck to you, and I hope it turns out well. And so we'll see you all in a couple minutes. Stick around. Hey, hail and well met. Here I am with Yang Yang Wang, the winner of the Interview +1 for today's session. Episode 9, Faces. I think it's been somewhat clear why it's called Faces, but it'll become more clear as time goes on. So how you doing, Yang Yang? Tell us a little about yourself and how Stong is doing at this point in time. What are his concerns? What are his dreams?
Dreams. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
So I think
Town crier has a heart attack.
yeah, so I think Stong's dreams are to build like an orc musical empire. Like in his mind, there's a lot of songs and a lot of ballads being sang across the realms, but not enough of them are orcish, especially orcish music that has to do with their origin, and especially like the other plane that they were originally from.
Cool.
Yeah, he wants to research that.
So that is his lifelong quest to find orc music and bring it to the realms.
That's like his professional goal, but I think that he's also really invested in like his adopted daughter, and figuring out her origins.
That's actually one of the questions that we have from
really?
Valen Freynor. Sorry if I got it wrong. It's a cool name. Where is Mirabelle's mom? Notice he did not say who or what, but where is Mirabelle's mom?
Yeah, so that's actually currently an unknown. So the origin of Stong and Mirabelle is back during our session 0, where we were adventuring in Lork. We went up to the second floor of this inn, and inside of this room, there was possibly this like demonic ritual going on. There was a hellgate. And
Yeah, it was definitely a demonic ritual. It was not possibly. It was dark. It was somebody got killed by a shield. It's fine. Anyway.
Yeah, so then Stong like put his hands into the portal, and that is what he happened to pull out, was Mirabelle.
And what happened to Stong's hands when he reached into the portal?
So Stong's hand. So if you look at Stong's art, you'll notice that there's like some brown marks on his hand. Those are actually burn marks from the hell portal, and he's incapable of playing like really fine instruments that require a delicate touch now. But that's why he's more of like a strummer or like a drummer now.
Percussion rhythm sort of musician. Yeah, it makes sense. All right, so speaking more about Stong and music, question from Seldarine801. If Stong lived in our modern world, what would be his favorite genre of music?
Oh, that's a really good question. Oh, interesting. I feel like he would really like folk music and bluesgrass, but I think he would also really love like this genre of music that I based him on, called outsider music. And this genre of music, it includes a lot of musicians who are like self-taught, like they didn't go through any sort of formal training, and they oftentimes come up with their own like really unique style. So one of the most famous examples of an outsider musician is if you ever watched South Park and you've seen this episode with this Chinese lady named Wing, and she sings like Michael Jackson's like Beat It, but she sings it with like this almost, I guess it's almost like a Chinese opera style. It's
Cool.
definitely something to behold. They dedicate like almost an entire episode to her, and with good reason. Check it out.
Nice. Okay. Question from Menegrath's Edge. What's the name of Stong's album?
Oh, Man.
Hey, your music is real popular, man.
Yeah. How about his first album is Sweet and Sour Orc?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh my God. All right.
This is what happens when you put me on the spot.
I feel like we have to cut out clips of all of the musical interludes that you put in and stitch them together to be Stong's album, Sweet and Sour Orc.
Yeah, you
Yes.
could. I mean, somebody asked for the Jiggle Jiggle Bounce song to become a ringtone, and that's something that's in the back of my mind, just when I have some more production hours.
All right. Okay, which of the irregulars would Stong kiss, kill, or marry? We're revisiting that question.
I see.
Excellent. So
What's changed?
we've put up a number of interviews, which you should go check out. Interviews with each person in the group. And these are like little mini versions of that. But we're revisiting that question now. So kiss, kill, and marry for Stong.
Kiss, kill, marry.
Yep. From among the other irregulars. You can't just cheat and say shiny for any of them. Because, like, the two of them are destined to be together. It's kind of a Geralt Yennefer situation going on.
Yeah, well, I think the easiest one is Stong loves all of his best friends
That's true.
equally.
That is true.
It's like best friend number 1, best friend alpha, best friend prime, etc., etc. So he would rather kill himself than any of them.
Oh,
Easy.
wow.
Mary, was that one of them?
That is one of them,
So
yes.
kiss and marry. So
Yes.
Mary, I think, I guess it would have to be one of the two sisters, either
yeah.
Artemisia or Tsetseliya.
Why
Just-
is that?
Because Tsetseliya has been his longest supporter, and she's been a very successful manager for his career, and that shows Stong that she could really help build a household with him. But I don't know. But
Aaron's over there busting up.
yeah. Plus, Mirabelle really likes the two of them the most after Shiny.
Okay.
And Artemisia is also very similarly. They've worked great in the arena. Stong let her lightning bolt him as part of like this team attack
Yeah.
that
I
I'm just
remember
gonna say we planned.
Okay, and question just for Yang Yang, not for Stong. Although Stong's answer would be an interesting answer.
Okay.
And that is, what is your favorite Magic the Gathering card, and why is it Counterspell?
Oh, how did you know? Because everyone loves Counterspell. Favorite Magic the Gathering card? Probably Lord of Atlantis, because I think when I was a younger player, that is the card that I built many a blue and red deck around, and it won me a lot of games on the playground.
Nice.
I was number 1.
Nice.
I was the big bully. You want to go through me? You got to go through the Lord.
So, so Aquaman was your favorite Magic card, is what you're saying?
Ooh, when you put it like that,
Ooh.
maybe I should pick a different one.
All right.
Counterspell.
Thanks, Yang Yang.
right,
We're going to get back to the game in just a second. He just has to slide over, so it'll be a quick transition. I guess we're still on. So, hey, all right. The PA is giving me the nod. So, hail and well met. Welcome back to the second half of Phases. Now, Marcellea has agreed to the sisters' terms, but even as she sweeps out of the room to go and gather her things for divination, Tsetseliya feels this churning sickness within her, and she loses 5 more of her maximum hit points.
Oh, no.
And you're starting to feel nauseous.
I need to sit down. Like now.
Regante looks concerned and gives you the chair to sit in.
Sit down. Gonna try to keep it down. Breathe through the nose.
All right. Wait. Marcellea returns, followed by 2 servants who are bringing this large basin of water. This is like a silver basin, which they fill with crystal clear water for her to do her divination in. And she sits, crossing her legs very, very fashionably and gracefully, and starts casting her spell. And keeps casting her spell. And you're sitting there.
Why does this take so long?
Stong is gonna just softly hum in the background. If I were the boss of your mom.
Artemisia's gonna be like, oh my god.
Brigante says, "Oh, that's catchy."
I feel slightly less nauseous.
All right, she does indeed cast her spell. Divination only takes one action to cast, but Marcelea is Marcelea, and she casts things like Marcelea casts them. So
Artemisia doesn't seem surprised at all. She's like, that's how it works, right?
That's just how it goes. And casting divination puts her in contact with a god or a god's servant. Oh, all right. So a warm breeze suddenly fills the room, and your clothes start wafting up, and you feel lighter. And Marcelea starts speaking in a language that you don't understand, an ancient arcane language. And
If only I had tongues.
as though she's having a conversation with an entity that you cannot see, but you can feel its presence. And are you going to look at the mist and magical power that's rising from the?
100%.
Excellent.
Yeah, why not?
All right, I need you all to make procession checks, please.
Are Calith and Sturge back in the room?
Oh no.
Not yet.
Do you want another 20?
I got
another one.
I got a nerdy 20.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna call those that forever.
So re-roll that was a 12.
I go.
Oh, I think
That looks like single digits
think Will's
on
got
the
it.
floor.
You want to just throw it? Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is Will, everybody. This is
you.
Will.
Hey.
Don't let him hide back there forever. Now they know.
Pay no attention to the man behind the camera. All right.
Put
So,
Ringa to block the way.
okay, Tsetseliya got a 20. Stong got a, what?
6.
6? Okay, Stong didn't see anything. And Artemisia got
12.
12. All right. So, you don't, Artemisia, you have a very similar experience to every time you've seen Marcelea do divination. It's been very rare that she allows you to watch her work, but you have seen this before, and you know to kind of like look away at the right moment to be respectful.
Oh no.
But Tsetseliya, no, does not do that. And Tsetseliya, what you see is a pair of eyes, like stylized, rune-drawn eyes appearing in the mist, made of silver.
Whoa.
And there is, you think you can hear a voice just at the edge of your perception. And then it fades away.
Oh no, the confusion is setting in.
And you realize that you have been staring at this point in space for at least a minute while Artemisia is trying to talk to you.
What?
And then Marcelea gracefully stands and says, "Very well, and I shall tell you where to go to find this antidote. I doubt you will like the answer, however.
We still need the answer anyway.
You have grown bold in your time apart from me, and that I can respect. Anyway. When she drags out the moment for maximum impact on Tsetseliya, she says, "You must go into the Temple of Steel beneath the streets in the darkness." The voice was very poetic. And she
Sounds like a certain
says,
corpse.
"The nearest entrance is beneath that charming bungalow of yours, in fact." But she gives
Listen to Kayla.
she gives you certain turns and points out the direction, the location of a door, a secret door that you had not found previously.
Oh, nice.
And she says, "The antidote, if you can steal it away from the night masks, would be preferable to engaging them in fisticuffs, as it were. For you will find that is entering one of their primary hideouts. Good luck."
Thank you. We shall fulfill our side of the deal. as you have fulfilled yours.
Oh, and Artemisia, would you stay a moment?
Of course, Mother.
So Mirabelle's kind of like toward Marcelia.
Actually, this is a really interesting moment. I say, wait, could you? Well, so I go to Artemisia and I say, do you think your mom would mind seeing if she could tell me anything about Mirabelle's origins? Like maybe where Mirabelle's actual parents are or what plane she's from?
I have nothing to bargain with for this, but I think she would certainly be open to bargaining with you if you have anything that she would like.
Give her your song.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I guess I walk over to Marcelia and I repeat the offer like, I know you asked to speak with your daughter, and I know that you don't really like me because you don't believe I'm an actual friend to her, but
Yes.
please look at my baby and tell me. And I tell her the plight of how
Is that what that thing is? I thought it was a dog.
Whoa.
I'm
Whoa.
gonna leave before I say something
Whoa.
that
Marcelia has
makes-
gone around the bed and around it again.
Whoa.
She says, very well. She waves over one of her servants who comes in and takes Mirabelle from you. And Mirabelle goes,
Say, just don't worry, dear. This is a terrible woman, but she has some information that could really be of benefit to us.
Stong, was it?
I was going to offer you some free music in exchange for this favor, but now I'm disinclined.
I see. Well, if you die, I shall see your child delivered to a suitable establishment.
I
I mean, while she's in my custody. If you reclaim her, I will do nothing of the sort.
You are lucky that you are related and your daughter loves you, and I really think of your daughter as a terrific friend because you are one of the biggest dingle-dangles I have ever met in my life.
I think I know who just won the Mary tiebreaker because that would be your mother-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
Step-mother-in-law. All right.
All right.
All right. So, you regroup with Sturge and Caleth, who are coming back from the alley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Artemisia.
Yes.
Lingered for a moment. Marcelia says, I appreciate your bravery in undertaking this quest. But if things should be dangerous, I expect you to preserve your own life. We have an agreement, after all.
That is correct. But
Having to raise you from the dead would be financially it's not something I would like to do. Plus, there are legal ramifications. You understand.
I would not ask my friends to pursue you for any money in such an eventuality.
Well, of course you wouldn't. You'd be dead, dear.
She's so lucky I'm not
Do
in the
take
room
care.
right now.
Bye now.
Yeah, Artemisia, maybe esprit d'escalier, but she's got nothing right now.
Okay. All right. You regroup. You head to the entrance from the basement.
Okay. I'm really, really not feeling well, guys. I'm just gonna say maybe nobody stand in this zone.
Okay. When you open the door to the basement, Roomba, who is perched on the first step, kind of inclines up to look at you, even though Roomba doesn't have any eyes.
Down, Roomba.
And then kind of shifts slowly and then just starts making its way down the stairs.
You just step over him.
Yep. Roomba's speed is 1, so it takes a long time to move anywhere. Okay. All right. There's a trapdoor in their wine cellar, and I think you had blocked it with something,
Yeah.
hadn't you? To make sure no one would come through.
Just as things
Rolled
came
a couple
out of
barrels over it.
Yeah, we
There's a reason we got a deal on this
Sleep
place, I
rats
think.
and murderers. Yeah.
I mean, Stong would volunteer to throw those barrels aside because he's got a little bit of anger to work through.
Does Stong throw the barrels aside?
Don't actually throw them; they might break. And
He
then
lifts it and he's about to throw it. And
Don't
then
actually throw them.
Angrily puts it down.
Yeah,
Angrily set it
angrily
aside.
puts it to the side with as much anger as gently putting to the side
Listen,
can be.
like
Can muster English.
take all this and channel it into your new songs. All this raw emotion.
death metal.
This is the sour part of Sweet and Sour Orc. Yes.
All right. You
Give me an
descend
album name.
into the sewers.
Well, and before Tsetseliya goes down, are you sure that you don't want to wait?
I want antidote pronto. This does not feel
Oh.
good.
But if
Marcel-
you collapse on the way, I mean,
wait.
Stong can pull me out. Just go fast so we don't collapse. I don't want to sit up here by myself, guys.
Caleb?
All right. Oh, I was gonna say Marcelea didn't say anything about the kiss of death killer, did she?
No. She said steal it.
yeah,
Just
steal it.
Temple of Steel.
Well, and then
To steal the antidote from the Temple of Steel, yes.
yes,
But as a backup plan, we might need to capture the kiss of death killer and take him to Aiden for extraction.
That's
extraction.
unlikely.
Is Aiden gonna suck his blood?
I don't know. We'll find out.
With magic.
But just a backup plan. Just
That does
keep
keeping it in mind.
not seem like a very quick endeavor.
It's.
I don't
I have
think
no idea.
this
honestly.
killer is any lightweight.
My stepmother is very good at what she does. I trust that what she told us is true. So
Alright,
what
so-
we need to do is go in quickly and quietly so that we can retain a chance of stealing it.
So you had this conversation as you're going through the sewer.
Walking and talking.
And you come to a point in the sewer where there's a very low wall and there's water that rolls under the wall.
Oh, I remember this.
And you have to go through there to get to where the secret door is.
Right.
Well, these clothes are toast anyway, so she didn't even bother to change. Like, gotta burn these. So
Which of you is going to go first?
I believe the last time we had to do this, Stong went and Tsetseliya held onto his shoulder.
I'll go first.
Possibly
Okay.
someone else
I'll
too.
be
You have the necklace of adaptation, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you
Oh,
can
nice.
breathe the sewer water if you want to.
I didn't think anything grosser than Aiden's arms was going to happen
No,
tonight.
I just thought I'd go first so I could be stealthy.
Okay. All right, make a stealth check. What I'm saying is you don't have to hold your breath or anything. The necklace sustains you.
14.
Okay. So Sturge climbs down into the water and starts climbing under this large hunk of rock. And there's about that much space, like 4 or 5 inches between the water and the roots hanging down. So he's kind of like feeling his way under this barrier. And you eventually, there's a point where it gets suddenly deeper. Roll an acrobatics check.
Just 14.
Okay. You go underwater briefly, but manage to keep your footing. And then you climb out the other side, not sputtering and gasping.
I remember this place.
And you find yourself at the den of a long dead Umber Hulk. Its corpse is long gone, having been eaten by the predators, but there are still bones that remind you of that particular encounter.
stripped by sleep rats.
Stripped by the sleep rats, yes.
Just do a perception to make sure there's no company here.
Go ahead.
That's 11 plus 18.
Can you see in the dark?
When I cast Bonfire,
Bonfire. Don't
That's
you have
super stealthy.
Don't you have a
What
familiar?
happened to the stealth?
well, I gotta see.
What happened to you?
No, I
Yeah,
guess
don't
I
you
would
have a-
use hearing.
Don't you have a familiar?
What happened to your little
Oh,
owl?
yes, that's right. In
That's
fact,
true.
this
You
is the
have
first.
too many magic items, man.
I'll bring Tiny out.
Okay.
You can sit on my nose.
Your tiny owl appears perched on your nose.
Close my eyes, concentrate, look through his eyes.
Right. The owl can see in the dark. You don't see anyone waiting, but you see the spot where they told you that Marcelea said the secret door was.
I'll sidle over to that and wait for everyone. And
Okay, the
listen.
rest of you make your way through.
Yeah. So, the reason why Stong's art has like a crab helmet is before we in our session 0, or like the pre-campaign, he had earned some mariner's armor, which means that he's able to move his full move speed in the water.
It basically makes him able to. It helps with mobility in the water, and if you go unconscious, you float to the top.
Can you
Both
breathe?
very useful. No.
It does not necessarily give him water breathing.
It's like freedom
Yeah.
of movement type.
It's kind of similar to that, but not quite that far.
So whoever has,
Yeah,
whoever's less
you gain a
confident.
swimming speed. If you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, you rise 60 feet toward the surface.
So all of
I mean,
us.
I think the 3 of us that are left are not the most physical members of the party.
Okay, so he's gonna hold his breath, and like I'm gonna like be like a stingray on the bottom, and you can all like step on my back, and I'll like try to swim or something. Just I don't
It's
know,
like
hold.
Finding Nemo, the teacher.
Yeah, like that.
What if we just
athletics
all
check.
hold on and
What,
it's like
what
a
do we need to
chain?
do for that?
You,
Oh, yeah,
you
okay.
all
Going
need to
through.
make
That's good, too.
acrobatics checks.
Oh,
All of us.
Stong needs to
Okay.
make an athletics check.
All right.
Come on.
Ooh.
8.
4.
12.
Wow. All right.
27.
So Stong takes off like a shot. And Caliph manages to keep balance on Stong, but the sisters fall off and sputter in the horrid sewer water.
Oops.
Gray water.
Okay, I love you, Tsetseliya.
Artemisia takes 10 fashion damage. Tsetseliya, I'm going to need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
21.
Oh, nice.
That's
Okay.
where the good roll is.
Okay. You feel yourself about to be sick, but you manage to resist the urge to vomit all over Artemisia.
It can't be worse than the water.
It's
Are
okay,
you
I'm
sure
okay.
about that?
Oh, it's real bad when I read through my nose, too.
Okay. You are all now standing in front of the secret door. Some of you are more filthy than others. But you are all filthy and smell terrible.
All right. Press to clean.
Everything smells terrible down here. I don't
Press
know that
to
it matters.
dry.
So when they use prestidigitation, it clears like a cubic foot of matter, and it splashes it on the wall in very distinctive Jackson Pollock sort of bursts, right? So there are these flashes of muck on the walls. Do you do that to everyone or just yourself?
If there's time.
All right.
I mean, I got enough of them.
Well, how
so.
much time do you
got
want
some
to
I
urgency.
mean, there's an excellent chance I'm going to barf all over you if we don't hurry up.
Let's just hurry
And
up.
then I might die.
So she like while
Barf,
while
then
you
die.
guys are doing the secret door, she's gonna
And
do
also
like her
the
face.
fingernail bleeding is still on the table.
Ugh.
All right.
At that point, I need you all to like haul me out of here because I'm
Sturge
going to go
did
for
himself while
Ilra's
he was
death
waiting
touch.
for it.
Okay. Are you investigating how to open the secret door?
Yes.
Marcelea did not give you instructions about that.
Dang
it.
18.
18. Okay. Yeah, you find the seam of the door, and you also find faint runes carved into it, which you can't really see very well in the darkness, but you can feel them.
Bonfire. I say, stand back. I'm going to get a fire going here.
Wait, can people with dark vision see it
Yeah.
perfectly? No?
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's too faint,
Okay.
but you can feel it.
There are some runes here that I can feel. I just can't see anything. Oh, yes, I can. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting I have my owl.
That's right.
But I can't see them even with the owl.
No.
All right, so I trace them and I see if I can spell something with them.
Okay, make a perception check.
16.
Okay. It seems like just a bunch of letters in the Dethic alphabet.
What's that?
It's just a language that you don't necessarily. Well, it's the alphabet of like
A couple languages use
a
it,
couple of languages use it,
Okay.
but not
but not common.
not common and not most human languages.
Does
I think that's
Undercommon?
the Dwarven script,
I
isn't
think
it?
so.
Dethic, yeah.
Would Undercommon
If only
use it?
Rogar were here.
No, I don't believe so. Okay. I think Undercommon uses Esperer, but whatever. Anyway, Lorebot, I'm sure will let us know eventually
Well,
She gets her phone over here for a second.
if she weren't poisoned. Okay.
That's right, I'm poisoned.
Anyway, Do any of you speak Dwarven?
No.
Or Giant?
Rogar
orc.
does.
Oh.
Wait. Orc.
Oh,
I
it is
hear a
orc.
need for an orc?
Orc is one of them. I mean, I believe.
I'm a half-orc. Choose me.
Okay. So he describes the letters to you. Now, the thing is, do you try and feel the letters yourself?
Take his hand.
When Sturge takes my huge hand in his small hand, I give him a nod.
Was this your kiss pick?
Yeah.
Your hands have a certain amount of dullness and numbness
that's
from
right.
nerve
Oh.
damage,
I can't feel
and you cannot feel that precise, the variations in texture.
What
So
if I
he
use
has
the-
to describe the letters.
What
to
if I
you.
use the back of my hand?
Same thing.
Oh, darn.
Use your cheek. Here. Up against it.
Do you want to nuzzle the sewer wall?
Oh, lick it. Lick it.
Yeah,
Your
okay.
tongue. Your tongue.
Yeah, do
Tongue
it.
it.
So you want to use your sense of taste. Got it.
My tongue is very sensitive. I'm sure I can decipher these runes using it.
I'm going to
Please
need
don't
you to
lick
make
it.
a
Please
perception
don't
check,
lick it.
please.
Oh boy. You know what? I'm going to use this inspiration
Excellent.
because I really want this to succeed. 17.
Okay. The script says, "He of the 6 reaving weapons," and the word they use for weapons is it can mean swords or axes or maces, anything like that. Which is why I said the word weapons. He of the 6 reaving weapons. If you would enter, speak his name.
That's right.
So like Stong licks something and he says each word like he of the, and then he says the whole thing to you guys.
Stong's tongue is blackened and green.
I can press to clean the.
Do
Wall.
it. Pressed in my tongue.
Well, okay.
Sprays
Or I
out.
could have done the wall before you licked all of it.
You know, you could have told me this before we did all
You
this.
started licking, and I was just staring in horror at you
I'm just
licking
gonna
the wall.
eat my inspiration. All right, now let's move. Because Tsetseliya is going to die if we don't.
But what's the name?
Oh,
Well,
'Cause we
sorry,
need to
what was it
speak.
again?
6 reaving weapons.
Caleb?
He of the 6.
Caleb has
Tsetseliya.
religion.
Oh,
In fact, you feel like a stabbing pain in your gut, and your fingernails are starting to turn red.
Oh my god.
No!
Your maximum hit points go down by 3.
oh, good.
All right.
have a librarian.
Caleb wants to do a religion check
Excellent.
with inspiration.
Excellent.
Worked with
24.
inspiration.
Nice.
Okay, so that's definitely a reference to a Faerunian war god. Well, you hope it's a Faerunian war god because that's where your knowledge of religion falls. And it's probably the multi-armed war god Garagos.
Oh, that guy.
Garagos.
That's it. Yeah, no, I
So
know
we,
that.
so we just say Garagos.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Say it in Orcish.
Garagos. I just assume his name is the same thing in different languages, but I don't know.
Well, different cultures have different names for different deities.
What is it in Orcish?
Well, the orcs usually speak of the war god Grumsh. They don't necessarily acknowledge other war gods. There was a long time when they assumed Talos and Grumsh were the same god, for instance.
Okay, I say Grumsh.
Nothing happens.
Okay, we might be getting to Illyria Death Touch time.
Sturge is going to roll a. He has a little bit of knowledge.
What about
You're a
Arcana?
bard. Surely you know. Who
I
this
am a bard.
6-fingered.
Okay,
six.
but
But I will inspire you because I
Oh.
can't inspire myself. I'm going
Surely.
to inspire you.
All right. What was
So
that?
you
do?
get 1d8 that you could add to your roll.
All right. Here we go. Oh, poo. Well, wait. That's a 16.
You got a 16.
Yeah.
with the D8.
With the
Was
inspiration.
that religion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. 16.
Okay.
14 actually.
Also, do you
sorry.
want to eat this?
Sure. Well, or do you want him to use it because he gave one to
No,
our
this
user?
is the one that I used,
She
but
used
I
it.
don't like milk chocolate, so.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Almost?
Nailed it.
All right, Mr. Bard, you surely know who this person is. You've got lore coming out your ears.
At this point, are we all just gonna make religion checks?
Yeah, let's just do it.
6-armed.
14.
I don't feel good at all.
11.
Okay. Well, you do realize that there are other names of Garagos the Reaver, and one of those is his Netherese name, Targus.
Nothing
Deep lore
in this
cut there,
world
everyone.
is simple, but then you have the opportunity to do stuff like that. They say that one?
So all of us at the same time were like, aha! Target!
And sure enough,
That feels like
the
a
door
Caleb's
starts rumbling and then
Does.
slides open. Like it parts in 6 different directions.
knowledge. Yes. Okay. Dramatic.
Showing you a
High five.
corridor lit by flickering torches.
I'm not taking my hands off my stomach.
Okay. Listen.
Make a perception check.
What does that say? Can't you?
It's a 13.
Thank you. 20.
Nice.
You can hear faint whispering voices, not well enough to know what they're saying, and the sounds of ringing steel echoing down the halls faintly from a distance.
I let people know there's whispering and swordplay.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Stealth it.
I'm guessing you step forward into the
Well,
temple.
I want to know. Actually, this would be a perfect place for a trap. May I?
What would you like to do? Investigation?
Investigate,
To
yes.
see if you can find a trap? Mm-hmm.
9.
You got a 9. You find no trap.
Okay. What? Do we know where to go?
Marcella gave directions, right?
She said it was beyond this door.
So in. We go in
Yeah, we have to.
to the Temple of Steel. And then we steal stuff. Possibly people.
All right.
No.
So
Did I get a
Come
good
on!
enough?
Sneak.
Did I get a good enough look at the one who still had a head in the alley to imitate him with a disguise?
If you wanted to imitate someone who was missing most of his face and part of his body.
Well, I can infer most of him, can't I?
Well, wasn't there one that was cut in half and the top half was
Yeah.
preserved?
That was the one they were talking to. And he was cut diagonally. Well, he was blown diagonally.
Oh,
I just need
open,
his
but-
face to look right, and then I can do his costume.
Not really, but you do have a mask.
Oh, the night mask.
But those things are enchanted, like little walkie-talkies.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
Look at my fingernails, Sturge!
They are bleeding. There's blood coming out of those fingernails.
You remind me of Aiden with your fingernails like that.
Gross.
Sorry.
Let's go.
Sturge, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I think one of us is stealthier than the other.
I'll still fine. I'm going to make myself look as best I can like that fellow, and yes, I'll part of my costume will be a mask, a night mask. Although I don't think they would wear one down here. You only do that when you're assassinating
Well,
someone.
like if you go in and they're like, buddy, why are you wearing your mask? You're like, oh, I forgot. And then you take it off.
And I'm that guy.
And then put it down on your neck. Like
Right.
a tool.
Okay. That's what I'm doing.
Like a tool.
Whatever night masks do.
All right.
it's
Cecilia may
dorky.
be dying of poisoning, but she has lost
Okay.
none of her wit.
Just watch my hand signals, okay? This means stay. This means come. This means be quiet. This means there's bad people up ahead.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Stealthing.
Okay.
Oh, I have my advantage boots on.
Wait, what?
He has
tell
boots
me.
of elvenkind.
He
That's what it
has
means.
too many magic items.
He does
You could
have
just
a
say
number of them.
anything and
No,
we go,
I lost
okay.
one. One's gone.
That's
You
right.
got- Wait.
My
One boot?
wand got stolen.
No, the one.
Oh, your wand. Sorry.
one
I,
item.
I thought you meant you had one boot.
Okay.
It's like,
So you roll. You got an 18. You start creeping down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You see Sturge head off, creeping down the hallway, wearing the mask. You did put the mask on.
I'm gonna just have that dude's face, and the mask is pulled down around my. It's part of my disguise self. Is just here.
Okay.
So you're not wearing the actual mask.
No.
Well,
if I die, I'm haunting everybody.
sure enough, you
Not my butt.
do indeed step on a pressure plate,
Oh dear.
and the door closes behind you.
No,
All-
we definitely need to
All
find
of you,
Santa
you're all in the corridor. and then massive stone weapons start coming out of the walls toward you.
Stone weapons.
Yes,
Stone, you say?
I do. And I think we're going to pause on that cliffhanger.
Wait, what?
I have some stuff to finish up the session with. So, Sturge, you had this momentary reaction of, yeah, the wand. Wait, what happened to the wand? And so we cut to somebody whistling and walking down the alley, tossing this wand up and down.
What does this person look like?
Well, this person looks fairly nondescript.
What is this person's address?
Well, they're wearing mostly gray clothes. They look very nondescript in a very specific way. Hand walks up to a particular alley and is whistling and sees some people walk by and goes, yep, tilts their hat to them, and then walks into the alley, tossing the wand up and down, and then pauses at a particular window, leans close to the window and says, "How much longer do I have to do this?" And a silky voice comes out of the window and says, "Just until our needs are met, obviously." Yep, but that's forever. Can I stop doing that at least? No, I find that rather charming, says the voice. You're simply going to have to continue this pretense unless you find a more suitable one. The hand says, "Could I murder one of them and take their place?" And the voice says, "Intriguing, but I shall have to decline. They all have a purpose to serve yet." And hand goes, "Yep. Oh, I've done it for so long. I'm so accustomed to it. Father, this is really not fair."
Father?
And then the voice says, "Yes, well, life isn't fair. Go, my little emissary. Continue on your work."
Interesting.
Too bad we don't know any of this.
Hand sheathes the wand and walks off whistling down the alley. Meanwhile, in Castle Thalavar, Rogar is meditating in a cell, trying to feel Sharin Lar's grace, because he has very, very little else to do. And the guards, they're coming by periodically, and he's talking to them, and they kind of like what he's saying. And he says, "Sharin Lar, if you're there, give me a sign." I can't do his accent, so it's going to come off as more Irish than Scottish. I apologize. Give me a sign of your grace. Let me find the right path in this darkness. And then there's this burst of golden light, and then the sword appears in his hands. He says, "Oh no, not again." And that will be all the time we have for tonight. So I'm going to leave it on that cliffhanger. There's a trap unfolding, catching the Westgate Irregulars. Tsetseliya is still suffering poison damage as time goes on. It's just eroding her maximum hit points. Just counting down, ramping up that tension.
Well, and poor Jigs, too.
Poor Jigs, too. What happened to the wolf? Is the wolf with you in the corridor? Did he get locked out? Did he doggy paddle through the sewer? Who knows? And we'll find out more about Hand and their mysterious patron. No, we won't. And so come back next time. And I've been Eric Scott to be your host. Thanks for watching. This has been excellent. I'm going to go around and have each person thank someone, tell us a little something about whatever they want to say.
I was going to say thanks to our sponsors, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms.
Thank you to our moderators, Snowy Wolf and Player Red today.
Thank you to our other sponsors, Gen Con and Chaldea Studios.
Thank you for watching.
And thank you to our DM. Happy DM Day!
Hey,
Happy DM Day!
Thanks again. We look forward to sharing more of this adventure with you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye-bye.